Hey, what's up, guys? This is Doug with Outlaw Off-Road. We get questions every day on topics ranging from sway bars to long arms and everything in between. And obviously, we've got answers to those questions. We answer them all the time, but we wanted to make a video series for you guys to get into those questions, answer those questions for you, give you the right information, help you cut through all the stuff that you may have seen, some of the bad information out there. So that's what we're going to do right here, right now. So let's get after it. Welcome back to episode 7 of Let's Get After It. And today we move on. Our first 6 episodes were dedicated to lift kits. Where to start, what to look for, what to buy, maybe a little bit of what not to buy, and a little bit of how to buy it. But now we move on. Today we start on steering. And when we talk about steering, at least for today's episode, we're talking about tie rods and we're talking about drag links. First step, tie rod. Tie rod is that bar on a solid axle vehicle. Again, Jeeps, we're talking about Jeeps here. That goes from tire on the left to tire on the right. That's pretty much it. When your steering force is used left and right by the drag link, that tie rod is what connects the left and right tire to move the left tire left or right, move the right tire left or right. They're connected, they move at the same time. And the tie rod does that. The drag link is actually what moves that force from the steering box up on the frame down to that passenger side, usually passenger side steering knuckle. Some Jeeps are different, some vehicles are different, but in general, that drag link is going to run from the driver's side frame down to the passenger side steering knuckle. Tie rod isn't going to pick up that force from the passenger side steering knuckle over to the driver's side steering knuckle. And that relation, steer this way, tires go that way, steer this way, tires go that way. Those two components, anchored by the track bar, those two components are what are going to give you left and right steering in that setup. So from the factory, those are designed to move factory size wheels and tires. People always say, oh, why do I need to upgrade? It's a bar, it goes left, it goes right. Why are we upgrading that? Simple fact is those bars were not made, not designed to push much more than factory weight. If your factory weight of wheel and tire is 80 pounds, 160 for two, that tie rod was built, designed, tested to turn 160 pounds left and right. That was it. Maybe it was even tested off-road, maybe it wasn't, but that's what it was designed to move. When you move into bigger wheels and tires, you start moving into beadlocks, you start moving into 35s, 37s, 40s, 42s, 42s, the new 33. Those components, not designed to push those big tires and wheels left and right, when you're talking about, in some cases, doubling the weight of the factory setup. Those things are going to fatigue, they're going to fail. Those joints are not made to handle that kind of stress. Those bars are not made to handle that kind of stress, so we upgrade. Upgrading what we upgrade to, we're going to get into that in another video. You got steel, you got aluminum, you got 1 5/8, you got 1.752, another class. However, why do we upgrade? That's why we upgrade. We need something that's going to push and direct those steering forces to the bigger wheels and tires that we're putting on there when we're lifting. Great to lift. We talked about that. We covered that in 6 episodes. What are we doing now that we've lifted it? We've lifted it. We put big wheels and tires on it, all that. Now we got to move those big wheels and tires under that nice lift that we just put on. So talking about steering off-road, another reason to upgrade. You get your tires, you're going downhill, you're going uphill, whatever. You get stuck in a rock, you get in some mud. That, again, we're increasing the force that is taking the system to move that tire left and right. Really hard to move a tire against a rock. It's not super easy. I don't care how good your steering pump is. I don't care how good your steering box is. It ain't easy. And those components need to be able to take that force. So that's why we upgrade. And again, you can upgrade that to steel, aluminum, and a lot of different sizes, but an upgrade is an upgrade nonetheless. And when we do that, we do them as a set. We do tie rod, we do drag link at the same time. And the goal there is to build a system with those two pieces that will allow us to transfer steering forces through our components for those bigger wheels and tires that we're putting on there, so that you're not left with stock components getting broken on a trail 5 miles from the nearest help, and now you've got a problem. So upgrading there is definitely recommended. Lots of brands, lots of stuff you can do. Feel free to reach out. We'll get you pointed in the right direction. That's what we do. But definitely start looking at that as an upgrade when you get into those bigger wheels and tires, and just help yourself stay on four wheels and make sure those wheels can go left and right. That's kind of important.